Children, let us understand now activities that consume cellular energy. Endocytosis, the entry to gulp or engulf food and other substances from outer environment. Means the entry of some substances into the cell from outer environment is called endocytosis. Entry of substances, some substances they get entry into the cell from outer environment. So this process, this activity requires energy. So and this process is called as endocytosis. Exocytosis, to excrete waste material out of the cell. To the removal or the exit of some substances from inside the cell to the outer environment is called as exocytosis. Some substances are removed from inside of the cell to the outer environment. It is called as exocytosis. Endo means getting entry and exo means throwing out. Clear? Endocytosis means entry of some substances from outer environment into the cell, and exocytosis means removal of some substances from inside of the cell to the outer environment. So these two consumes these two activities consume cellular energy. Energy is required for such activities to carry out. Processes those that, that don't consume cellular energy. Now, energy is not consumed by these processes. Which are they? Diffusion and osmosis. Diffusion, entry or exit of small molecules like oxygen and carbon dioxide. Like these molecules, their entry and exit depends upon the process diffusion. The movement of molecules from region of high concentration to the region of low concentration is called as diffusion. Liquid molecules or gaseous molecules like oxygen, carbon dioxide show diffusion. Molecules of molecules from a region of high concentration, they will move to the region of low concentration, and this process is called as diffusion. Osmosis, the traveling of water from a part with more water to a part with less water through a selectively permeable membrane is osmosis. What is osmosis? Traveling of water from a part with more water to part with less water. Means water will move from higher concentration to lower concentration through a selectively permeable membrane. Clear? The movement of solute or solvent molecules that take place through the semi-permeable membrane is called as osmosis. The solute molecules always move from a region of low concentration to region of high concentration, and the solvent molecules move from region of their high concentration to the region of low concentration. It is a physical process and it is passive in nature and it does not require any energy. So diffusion and osmosis, both these processes do not consume cellular energy. Osmosis, it is a physical process with three possibilities. Osmosis is shown here. When water is removed from the cell, in first diagram it is shown that water is removed from the cell. Then in second diagram, water from outer environment is going inside the cell. And water from inside the cell is going out. Now let us understand what is meant by hypertonic, hypotonic and isotonic solution. Hypertonic, isotonic and hypotonic solutions. Isotonic solution. Medium outside and inside the cell has same proportion of water. Water does not go in or out. Cell has same proportion of water inside and outside. Therefore, water does not go in or out. Medium outside and inside the cell has same proportion of solute and water. So it is a isotonic solution. Hypotonic solution, the cell has less water than outside medium. Cell has less water than outside medium, so water enters the cell. This is called as endoosmosis. If resins are kept in water, after some time they swell and become turgid. Children, you can do this activity at home. Keep some resins in water at night, and when you get up early in the morning, you can see that the resins are swollen up. So what has happened here? Resins contain less amount of water inside the cell, and outside water is more. So the water enters from outside to inside of the cell, and that's why the resins are swollen up and they become turgid. So this is a hypotonic solution, and this process is called as endoosmosis. Endoosmosis. Hypertonic solution. The cell has more water than the outside medium, so water comes out of the cell. Now hypertonic is the reverse of hypotonic solution. In hypotonic solution, cell has less water and outside water is more. Now in hypertonic solution, cell has more water than outside medium. So water comes out of the cell. If example is, if fruit pieces are kept in thick saturated sugar solution, water from fruit pieces enter the sugar solution. So the fruit pieces shrink after a while. Ah, understood clearly? If fruit pieces are kept in thick concentrated sugar solution, the water from fruit pieces come out of the sugar solution and the fruit pieces shrink. If plant or animal cell is kept in hypertonic solution, water comes out of the cell by the process of exoosmosis and there is contraction of cytoplasm, and this process is called as plasmolysis. Plasmolysis. Children, see here. In isotonic solution, water inside and outside of the cell has same proportion. So no water moves in or goes out from the cell. Clear? In hypotonic solution, the cell has less quantity of water as compared to outside water. So outside water will come inside the cell and the cell gets swollen up and it becomes turgid. For example, if the resins are kept in water, after few hours the resins will swell and they become turgid. Hypertonic solution, the cell has more water as compared to outside medium. So water from the cell goes out and the cytoplasm shrinks. Water moves from the cell to the outside part of the cell. So the cytoplasm shrink here. Example is, if fruit pieces are kept in saturated solution of sugar, fruit pieces lose water content and they will move from inside the cell to outside environment and fruit pieces shrink in hypertonic solution. Clear to you? Isotonic means same quantity, same proportion of water inside and outside of the cell. Hypotonic means uh, uh, cell has less proportion of water as compared to outside of it. Hypertonic, in hypertonic solution means the cell has more proportion of water as compared to outside of the cell. Clear? Here is this comparative study of isotonic, hypotonic and hypertonic solution. You can write down this table. You can draw this table and write down the details regarding all three types of solutions: isotonic, hypotonic and hypertonic solution. Thank you.